So what is 사이시옷? 사이시옷 literally means a shield in between. And generally, it appears as a 받침 between two Korean nouns when they combine into a single compound word. And I've been receiving a lot of questions about 사이시옷 because Korean learners become confused about the pronunciation changes it creates. For example, the two words 초 and 불 create 촛불, and 나무 and 잎 create 나뭇잎. Can you hear how the pronunciation changes by the 사이시옷 in these compound words? In this lesson, I will explain how you should understand 사이시옷 of the Korean language. Before we go on, I want to make one thing very clear. It's not up to you to decide if 사이시옷 should be applied in words. These words with 사이시옷 already exist in Korean. While not creating new words, what we're doing is to learn why some words already have 사이시옷. So don't worry about guessing or choosing when to use 사이시옷. All you need to do is just learn the words and understand the reasons behind them. Focus on learning these words as vocabulary so you don't make mistakes when spelling these words in the future, okay? So when does 사이시옷 appear? Basically, 사이시옷 usually appears when two conditions are met. First, two Korean words should combine into one compound word. Second, the first word should end in a vowel and not a 받침. And when is 사이시옷 not used? What this means is that if the first word ends in a consonant, we do not add 시옷. For example, 감 and 잎, 감잎. We don't have any 사이시옷 in this word. Same applies to 산 and 불. 산불. No 사이시옷 here either. Now this is important. 사이시옷 is not optional, but it's also not universal. And we do not use 사이시옷 when one of the words in the compound is a loan word like English-based words. 피자 and 집 become 피자집, not 피자집. Wrong spelling here. Here, even though pizza ends in a vowel, we do not add 시옷 because pizza is a loan word from English. Also, we do not use 사이시옷 if the second word starts with a strong consonant, like these. For example, 갈비 and 찜 becomes the compound word 갈비찜. We do not put the 사이시옷 and make 갈비찜 because the strong consonant that already exists in the word blocks the 사이시옷. Now we've learned the very basics of 사이시옷. Let's go one step deeper and have a look at how Sino-Korean and pure Korean words are affected. Don't worry, this may sound difficult, but it's actually very simple. When you study the Korean language, you realize that Korean has two main types of words, pure Korean words and Sino-Korean words. So first, we'll look at the pure Korean words. What are pure Korean words? Pure Korean words are native, original Korean words. They are usually basic everyday words that did not come from the Chinese language. For example, words like 길, 빛, 나무 are pure Korean words. Next, Sino-Korean words. What are Sino-Korean words? Sino-Korean words originate from Chinese characters. You do not need to learn the Chinese language to understand these words. Common examples of Sino-Korean words are 학교, 등교, 시간. Now, what does this have to do with 사이시옷, you may ask? 사이시옷 usually appears when at least one part of the compound word is a pure Korean word. Let's look at some clear examples. 등교 and 길 becomes the compound word 등교길. 등교, the word 등교 is Sino-Korean. 길 is a pure Korean word. And because 길 is pure Korean, we use 사이시옷. And compound words with 빛, 길, or 잎 often use 사이시옷. Like, for example, 햇빛, 장밋빛, 보랏빛, 등굣길, 나뭇잎, 배춧잎. And this is because 빛, 길, and 잎 are pure Korean words. Now let's look at the opposite case. If both words are Sino-Korean in the compound word, 사이시옷 is usually not used. For example, the words 학교 and 생활, 학교 생활, 역사 and 공부, 역사 공부. As you can see, there is no 사이시옷 used here. And one last important reminder, you do not need to memorize which words are Sino-Korean. This explanation is only here to help you understand why 사이시옷 appears in some Korean words. In real life, when you study Korean, just learn these words as vocabulary. And before we finish, let's review quickly. 사이시옷 is a 시옷 written between two words when they combine into one compound noun. You don't need to add 사이시옷 by yourself. These words already exist. Today, we focused on spelling and word structure. In part 2 of this lesson, I'll explain how 사이시옷 affects pronunciation in words like 빗물 and 바닷가. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.